Yeah, that's some
filters. Yeah, we got time. We got time. I'm about to hit the thing right now.
Okay, you
are now listening to TDL on silverandblackpride.com.
This play used to be run with Henry Ruggs, and we got Darren Waller on the choice route, Hunter Renfro on the shallow. But I want you guys to watch Tyrann Mathieu here, okay?
God, you see the ball is out here. He's breaking on the ball. I think if he got a little closer.
Everybody, we are back. It is Taped On Live. It is your favorite Raiders podcast, favorite Raiders channel, favorite Raiders everything. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. We are back. We're here. You guys already know what to do. Subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button if you like it. Hit the dislike button if you dislike it. Leave a comment if you like it. Leave a comment if you don't like it. Go to manscaped.com. Discount code TDL, 20% off plus free shipping, right? And go to the Bonfire site as well. Get you some TDL gear, TDL Blackout. You know what I'm saying? Go get you a nice little sweater, or you can get you a shirt, a long sleeve shirt, So we really appreciate.
They got short sleeves. We got short sleeves in there too, right?
Yeah. But it's winter time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's winter time. You want a sweater, so yeah. So you guys already know to do. Follow us on Twitter too as well at DMarkJohnNFL at BD Williams 18. So Raiders win 23-20. Of course, we're going to be doing offense and defense today. So it was it was a good offensive performance, I believe. They had the turnovers, but I still think those were a little bit of great plays. A little bit, both of them. Even the interception that on Deshaun Jackson, that was a great play by that corner. That was a great play. But other than that, I think they did pretty well. They looked like they did the previous weeks. They were better in the red zone a little bit.
Let's just talk about this though.
Go ahead.
Okay.
But
when I'm watching the game, we're texting back and forth. Okay.
Yeah.
What's Derek Carr doing? He's holding on to the ball. He's patting the ball, and he's taking some sacks. Right.
Yeah.
And then you didn't even like it. It's third and short, and he sees the safety spin down. Right. And he goes for the deep shot to Deshaun Jackson. Right.
Yeah.
And you text me, and he was like, he's being so greedy. Right. You're like, Carr is being greedy. Right.
Yeah.
But personally, I loved it. That was probably my favorite game to watch of the offense this year. Personally, it was just so exciting because, it's not like he's being greedy when it's like Henry Ruggs blowing past. It's like, no, that's just smart to throw it down there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then we got Darren Waller. It's like, okay, no, it's a mismatch. Is that being greedy if you're throwing the ball down there to them, right? He's throwing the ball down there to Zay Jones, who's shown that he has, less frequently than he catches it, will he drop it. Okay.
Yeah.
And then this timing down the field with Deshaun Jackson hasn't really transpired yet. It hasn't come to fruition, but you still see him waiting, being greedy, like you're saying, but with guys who he usually doesn't have this kind of production with. That's what's kind of exciting to me about it. Okay. Because it used to be, we felt like with Carr, it's about the trust that he has with receivers. And now he's like, whatever, we just got to, it's not even about trust. It's just about we just got to do this now. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I still don't like that play. I don't like that decision. I'm still on it. Zay Jones is wide open. So first down, probably got yak. Would have been about 15, 20 yards of yak. Open middle of the field.
You got to show it. All I know is here's my process. When I see
it was 7-0 though.
I say throw fade.
It's 7-0. You had a good defensive series. They punted. You just got the ball back. Zay Jones is wide open on the choice route, which is the read. He went to the alert. That's what he did. He went to the alert, which I get it. But man, I don't know. If he just stuck with the read, though. That's the first down, and then maybe they go up 10-0 early or something like that. I'm just saying.
It all worked out.
I worked out.
I'll defer to you. You're the quarterback expert. Okay. I'll defer to you. I won't ever claim to be a quarterback expert, but I love that decision to go for it. to throw that one up, even though it resulted in an interception. The interception to Darius Leonard. Do you have that in your breakdown?
No, I do not.
Okay, that was an incredible play.
I got to say that for my car. I got to say something for the Carfax, bro. I got to say something.
Okay, yes, I understand.
Yeah, you know.
So, okay, I won't go too far into it, but I will say this, okay? If we could go through 17 weeks, okay? 17 weeks, all 32 teams. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we're going to find a linebacker covering someone in the flat, coming off and stepping in front of the backside dig, okay, and roboting off that on a play like that. I don't know if we're going to see that this year on film. So that is an elite play by that linebacker to have made that. Okay, that's a rare play for a linebacker, especially. We got DBs who can't do that, and I'm about to show you. Okay, that's an elite play by that linebacker.
I mean, Darius Leonard was basically he wrecked that whole game, man. I mean, he was all over the place. And I mean, I put on Twitter that one play where he made a tackle, which I still don't understand how he made that tackle. I don't know how he wrapped his arms around Josh Jacobs going under Alex Leatherwood. And then, you know, when he knocked out the ball from Marcus Mariota, that was a big play because Mariota had a first down if he doesn't knock that ball out. He knocks the ball out. That made them take the ball back, and then Alex Leatherwood next play gets a false start. I mean, that was a game changer. That was a game-changing play. And then he made the interception on another play. And then, I mean, he was just reading the run plays. Like after the first drive, he knew what the run plays are. He's shooting gaps early. And he was everywhere, man. That dude is ridiculous. That's a ridiculous play.
They have top flight players all three levels.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When we're talking about Buckner, we're talking about Leonard, obviously.
Who had a great game too. He wrecked that game a lot too. Yeah.
And then Kenny Moore is, you know, he's the best slot guy, right, in the NFL right now. Him and Jaylen Ramsey. So those guys are really good. And Raiders, like, technically they didn't back down from any of those matchups. So that's something that's, you know, fun to watch.
That's what I said. I thought the offensive performance was good. I mean, I thought the offense has been playing good. I mean, since the Browns game, they haven't been scoring points and they've been doing like stupid turnovers and, you know, just, I mean, it boom, 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 and then it's like, it's basically what happens. It's kind of like, but this game was different. The turnovers were a little different. It's like that play, man. That's Darius Leonard, right? That was more. I mean, you could say maybe Carr was a little late on that, but like, man. You're not expecting the guy to lead the
You're
flag.
not expecting.
You're not expecting it. That's
no way.
You know?
Yeah.
I thought there's probably a lot of quarterbacks that would have got picked on that.
Right.
And I mean that one, and then the Deshaun Jackson one was a great play too by the corner. I mean, it was slightly underthrown, but I mean it was ended up being like more of a 50-50 ball. But I mean that guy made the play. He wanted the ball more than Jackson did. So it was different for these interceptions than it was with the turnovers the week before. And the week before they're freak interceptions besides the fumble. The other one was a freak one. So they just got it. They're getting going, right? I feel like, okay, so we went from 16, right? Yeah, it's not high. Then we went to 17. All right, now we're hitting 23. Okay, we hit 23. I think we're starting to move, right? I feel like they're starting to get it together on offense. I mean, on third down, they're ninth and third down since their last 3 weeks, 46% on third down. They were 25th before that from week 9 to they're 25%. So, sorry, 25% on third down, which I think was dead last. Had to be a dead last. It's terrible. So from week 9 to week 14, so they're awful there. They've gotten better there. So they're better on third down. Yeah. And it's just, yeah, man, they're playing better. They are. They look better. I was embarrassed to have to watch it before, so I'm not embarrassed to watch it. They actually look like they look like an offense when I watch it now. So
you did say it. You said that. Well, actually, quite a few things from the preview I feel like came true, but you did say that the Raiders have had success against this defense. And this defense tends to be a tough nut to crack for the majority of the league. But yeah, you're right. The Raiders had success. I mean, that opening drive was beautiful. It was a thing of beauty. the opening drive. Gorgeous.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they look completely better. They are a better offense, and I think they're getting confidence. You know, they're using Zay Jones correctly. You know, Hunter Renfro is just becoming he's just a beast, and you know, and here comes Darren Waller.
Right.
So, you know, and I know Waller's gonna be ready. I mean, this is his moment too. I believe. You know, if he comes out, he balls. He wants to get paid too. This is his moment. Yeah. This is it. I mean, he ain't. I don't think he's gonna be dropping passes this game for some reason. Just something tells me. Something tells me he's ready. I mean, this is the moment for all of them. So,
bro, that offense from last week.
Yeah.
Okay. With Waller back, come on.
Yeah, exactly. So they have to, and he's gonna want to make plays and playmakers, and if he's elite like we think he is, he's gonna make plays. So
we know Darren Waller's elite. Yeah, we know Darren Waller's elite.
Mm.
Hunter Renfro. Not gonna say elite. That's strong, but we're talking about this year, top 30 wide receiver in the NFL, top 25 wide receiver in the NFL.
I would say top 20, man.
Top 20.
Yeah, I would say top 20 wide receiver.
I mean, he's giving work to Kenny Moore. Like, you name it. From the very beginning of the year, Jaylen Ramsey, right? Everyone was going crazy on social media and Twitter and everything like that, right?
Everybody, bro.
All the reports talking about Jaylen Ramsey. And he's really won the majority, like more often than not, he's won every single matchup this year. And he's just playing better and better as the year goes on. And you said it, I think you tweeted this, right? How he went from, and we all remember the body catcher, Hunter Renfro. We all remember where he would jump up and he would like catch the ball like this, right? Mm-hmm. And he doesn't play like that anymore. We've seen him work the hands over, become a hands catcher. And that was really one of your biggest gripes with him. Yeah. You still see a lot of like the flashy, like it led to a sack in this game, you know?
Yeah. Which I'm actually covering the Kenny Moore versus Renfro battle.
That's a heavyweight matchup. It's beautiful.
Yeah. So
I'm great football.
I'm covering that, and then little Jalen Richard love today. I'm gonna give some Jalen Richard some love.
Okay, all right. Jalen Richard. We're gonna see some pass protection. Is what you're
saying. Yeah. You gotta some blitz pickups. You know what I mean? And some. But yeah, he had a couple of good plays that really helped the team. Like besides that too, so. Just showing him some love.
Yeah, for sure. All right. But, are you gonna go first?
Yeah, I mean, you didn't talk about the defense, man. You haven't said a word about.
We're gonna get to it.
It. Okay.
I don't want to gas it. I don't want to gas it too much.
Okay, you don't want to gas it too much. Okay.
Let's start with you. Let's start with you first. Let's hear a word from our sponsors, and then we're gonna come back. Marcus is gonna break down the offense.
Did you just shave your balls and be home?
Isn't it time you got your smooth back? Get the Lawnmower 4.0 from Manscaped.com.
I hope that you guys enjoy that one as much as I do every single time.
All right, that's good. All right. Cool. So we're doing Renfro versus Moore, which is this is a definitely a heavyweight bout, right? And I know, Raiders fans, you want to think that Renfro just killed him this whole game, but it wasn't really like that. So that's why it's a heavyweight bout, and that's why I loved watching this. It's probably one of the fun matches. So this is kind of when you're talking about where he's ranked. This is why I feel like you got to put Renfro in the top 20. Because even just to win this much is a big deal, right? Just because Moore he's damn good. He's really, really good. All right, so here we go. First, we got a choice route slant, okay? So we're going to talk about Moore's adjustments to this. So, right? So he's got outside leverage. Makes it real easy for Hunter Renfro, right, to get inside. But Kenny Moore's really good. He's really good. He's still got some good base, right? He's still ready to break in any direction, even though he has outside leverage. But that quick jab step, Hunter Renfro, is just enough. Boom, right before he can get there. First down. Good timing, too, with him and Derek. You see a better backside here. This is what I like about this angle that we got here with this them being inside, is that you get to kind of see this from both angles here in the end zone angle. Right, so the choice route, you kind of see, but he still has the ability to go both ways. He does, Kenny Moore. He still has the ability to do that, but this is still a great route. Get that jab step inside, quick turnaround, ball's already there. Boom, right there on his chest. Good catch. Right, and because even if you go back, I just kind of show, even if you go back, if Carr just missed this a little bit, I mean, Moore's still there, right? It's separation, but it's good separation, but you know, Moore is still around. So this is when, you know, this is the best one. This is when Renfro really gets him here, right? So we got another choice route here, right? And he just made that mistake a little bit with the quick jab. Hit him with the jab, right back out, a little arm over with it too. Got him right there. That was that one, right? I was sure it's just awesome. I just like this. Got him. It's nasty release. All right, so Kenny Moore. All right, he adjusts a little bit. All right, so this is an awesome play right here. So another choice route. Okay, so this is 3rd and 12. Another choice route here. Okay, so watch how Kenny Moore plays this. Now there's no leverage, right? He's playing it straight up. It's straight up. Where are you going? You got to pick one. You can't do a hitch. You do a hitch, I'm coming right with it. You can go inside. I can break right with you, right? And Renfro, since he can't make a choice, he takes too long, right? And then it's not open. Really, nothing else is open on this play. And then Carr, he takes a sack. So like, it's just beautiful how he does this, man. It's just right, because this is not easy, right? Especially when you're coming in this direction, and then to get back flat like that, that's special right there, dude. That's what it takes to play nickel. To be a top nickel in NFL, you got to have that type of discipline. You can see it back in right here. Right there, see, just flat. There's nowhere for him to. It doesn't matter where he's gone. He's going to be right there on him. Right, ready, boom, force the sack. All right, so here we go again. Now we got a mesh. Right, this is the Carr almost throws a pick to Deshaun Jackson here. Right, so free release for Renfro this time, but Kenny Moore does a good job of actually catching up to this, and Brian Edwards, I think he kind of messed this up. I don't understand. He's got to go underneath this a little bit better for this mesh, right? And then he kind of slows everything down. He has to stop, right? So, but you kind of see, I mean, even with that mesh, I mean, Kenny Moore is still right there. You'll see it better on the backside. And then kids, do not throw across your body unless you are Josh Allen, right? You can't throw across your body like that. Don't do it, kids. But anyways, here we go. See it right here, right? Kenny Moore, he's able to see he's already really caught up to Hunter Renfro, even if he wanted to get to this mesh concept, right? So that shows his closing speed. But Brian Edwards also messed this up. I don't know what you just can't. You're not supposed to run into him. All right, next one.
Brian Edwards picked Hunter Renfro on that play.
Exactly. All right, next one.
Weird timing there.
Yeah, that was bad. Kind of messed up the whole play in the first place. All right, so we got a little bit of zone, but I just want to show how Kenny Moore is forcing Renfro 258, right? He's forcing him there with his release, right? The way he's working in his zone, he's not allowing him to even go outside. So that's perfect play, right? Forces the check down. Here we go again. One-on-one. This one, straight up, is Kenny Moore. Kenny Moore wins that one, right? But I still think Brian Edwards had a shot to catch that ball. Just me, I don't know.
Are we done? Are we done with Brian Edwards?
I'm not done with anything. He's still young. I'm not gonna say I'm done with him, but I don't know how many snaps he should be playing right now for the win. All right, I mean, we're not gonna play Corey Littleton.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm picking on that one. I mean, there's a worse one where like the one where he doesn't even try to catch it. That one pissed me off. I'm sorry. Anyways, here we go. I really like this. I like this idea. Putting Hunter Renfro, having him run H choice. But I think against the Chargers, they should do this and then have whoever this is do it. So that
it's too obvious.
Too obvious, right? But they should do the same look and then have Renfro does what Rashard does here. Right. This is third down, but this is zone again. But you know, it's still Renfro versus Moore here, right? So, but Moore, he's trying to keep Renfro, right? He's trying to make sure he can't get inside. I still think Renfro should have tried to get inside on this one somehow, some way. Like hit that jab step and then try to get back inside, but he takes the easy, which is what he should do, right? Which is outside. But I still think if I go back, you know, the middle of the field is so open. I think if he can just work this, right? And you know, it's what I think it's 3rd and 7, right? Work it, maybe catch that ball, you know, and with that momentum, get that first down. You know, it would have been a tough catch had it been a perfect throw. But, you know, I think he just made this easy for a great tackler, great slot player in Kenny Moore.
Yeah.
Right? Watch, you'll see it in the backside. Like, and I understand. I mean, he made the right choice based on the leverage, but I just feel like you just kind of maybe because even with him going this way a little bit, I think he could have came inside right here, right? Just quickly. And, you know, who knows how much separation he gets just from that look. You know what I mean? So. More wins that one too, but here we go. But the next play, he doesn't win these next two, does he? All right, here we go. So this is supposed to be a quick flat, you know. Carr turns it down. This is very Russell Wilson of Carr. Just turn down that first down. Then right? But hey, we love that.
Yeah.
Touchdown. And go back to this one. This is a hold too. So this would have been a first down regardless, because there's a flag here. Right? Because
right. Yeah. Right. So it's a free play, you're saying?
It was a free play. Yeah, right. And it's a hold. He's holding him. That's hold because Kenny Moore knows it's about to happen. and that's just, I don't know, you know, if this was drawn up in the huddle, because I mean, Carr rolls out quickly on this one and he really has nowhere to go. It's him and Darius Leonard, right? It's had to be drawn up. This isn't smart. So, but yeah, there you go.
What a throw, man.
Yeah, man, big time. So, right, and this next one is the special one, right? This is the next one. But let me show this little throw back in, you know.
Yeah, show from this angle.
Boom. Right there. Would have been a first down anyways. So, but that's better. Right, so here we go, 3rd and 10. Okay, so this one is super interesting, okay? Because this is a choice route to Hunter Renfro, okay? This is a usual slant, you know, out, up, you know, choice route, 3rd and 10. So they call Renfro's number. This is it. This is ultimate. This is one-on-one. Kenny Moore versus Hunter Renfro. Here we go for the game. So we got it. He's actually giving him the inside this time, right? He's playing outside leverage. He's giving it to him, right? So he gets inside. And he doesn't get inside by much, right? I mean, Kenny Moore is still in a good trail position, but like if Carr misses, it had to been a good throw here, right? But it doesn't even matter because Carr's not gonna get a chance to throw because Brandon Parker's on the ground, and here comes DeForest Buckner. So even if he wanted to throw this, which he would have, I think Carr would have threw this ball right here and tried to put it right in front where Renfro could use his hands and make a play, right? But he can't, so he does that, right? And now it's just a broken play. Like there's really either Carr has to run. Because he can't go down here. I mean, Deshaun Jackson's not open. Zay Jones is, I think he's like falling. So it's just him and Renfro. That's all it is. That's all he's got. And then Renfro's still technically not open, but he just fades and reads it perfectly and makes it just a terrific catch. So like that's like just like playmaker versus playmaker, and Hunter Renfro made the play and Kenny Moore did, because Kenny Moore's in position, bro. Like look where he's at. Like that had to be like, of course, it's a throw. A perfect throw beats everything. But you know, he still read that perfectly, and man, so that was an awesome matchup to watch, though. So that was awesome. But you know,
incredible.
All right, let's get some Jaylen Richard going, right? Because he's just Mr. Reliable, and he just is every week, bro. Every week, I swear, ever since he's been back in the lineup, you know, the offense, especially on third down, has been a whole lot better. And it's not a coincidence. You can already see it right here. Look at him pick up this blitz, right? So, you know, I've been taking a little QB school, JT O'Sullivan pass protection classes, and you always learn, you know, these second level guys, they're the running backs' responsibility and the quarterback. So they work together so much on this, right? And they know these blitzes that BD showed on the preview. They know they're coming up the middle, right? And you can see the communication that they have, right? Here comes Jaylen Richard. He already knows. He's already there, right? Boom, picks it up. I mean, it's not the greatest block in the world, right? But it's just enough for Carr to get this ball off. First down. And then he's even running the football on third and shorts, right? You know, the little small scat back, third and short, right? So you get inside zone slice, right? And this is just decisive run. He doesn't even try. He already sees it. He sees where that hole is. He's not going anywhere else. Straight up the middle, first down. Let's pick up again, right? This is the play where Carr almost throws an interception that we just watched. You guys probably even saw it, him pick it up. Once again, right up the middle. Right up the A gap, right up the A gap. He sees it. I'll see if I can get some. I kind of want to show the communication here. You see these guys communicate. Look at him communicating with Derek. He already knows it. He's counting, right? Boom, boom. All right, and boom. Picks it up. Bam. Perfect. Right. Carr still got to get out of the pocket because of the other pressure. You know, like I already said, kids, don't throw across your body. Unless you're Josh Allen, basically. I mean, really. Not even like Patrick Mahomes. Can't do that. Right? And then, you know, of course, you know, he's even got a little chip in him. He gets the chips too, you know, gets to, you know, help out Brandon Parker. Right? This is just a great play by Renfro too. This is awesome. Right? That set up the fourth down right there. And then, you know, even in the pass game, even helping the pass game too. Right? Nothing there for Carr, right? Check it down, right? Break a tackle, make a man miss, break another tackle, break two tackles, get up to the 30, right? And that was a field position because it pinned the Colts back. So, man, I really liked Jaylen Richard, how he's just, ever since he's been in the lineup, they've been really good on third down. And I don't think that's not a coincidence. That is him being in the lineup, picking up blitzes and helping things out. So I really like Jaylen Richard, but, you know, of course, me watching this game, this is that was all about Renfro versus Moore this whole game. Man. I feel like that was awesome. I mean, Zay Jones played really well. I wouldn't want to highlight that he was awesome too in this game. I don't know what happened to him after that interception against the Browns, but but after that play, man, he was damn good in this game, and I was gonna do some highlights on him, but I mean, I feel like I couldn't do my whole Carfax on this thing, so because he was really good. I mean, he has some really great routes. He's creating separation. I mean, he just looked like a totally different player since that Browns interception. So.
Let me ask you something here. When we're looking at this offense, okay, playoffs technically are on the table, okay. We can talk about it. We're fans, okay?
Yeah.
And is this an offense that can win in the playoffs if you add Darren Waller back into it?
Yes. If they can run the
technically, Colts, they're a playoff.
They got to run the football. They got to run
caliber
the football.
Defense, right? Yeah.
They got to run the football. I mean, they run the football pretty well right now.
Last couple weeks, yeah.
Yeah, they run the football pretty well. So,
for sure.
I don't know how this game goes if Jacobs doesn't get hurt. Doesn't hurt his ribs. Because I think he played a little different at that. He still has some good runs here and there. But, I mean, that first drive, bro,
he hurt his ribs on his first carry. On his first carry, he got up and he was like holding his
Yeah,
So he got hurt on the very first carry,
But you're a running back, like okay, yeah, here your ribs hurt in that first one. You just keep going, and then they probably got to the sideline. Like, oh my god,
right.
That adrenaline from that first drive. He was yeah. So that's why I said on the radio today, I'm like, they need to put him on ice. I don't know what they need to do, but they need to put him on ice. Make sure those ribs are great because they're going to need him this week
for sure.
This is where he earns his money this week because he's got to be a dog this week. We need him to go just ball, man, and just run all over this, crappy run defense they got over there. So
please, because last time they played their best run defense of the year was against the Raiders.
Yeah, but
they didn't stop the run all year, and then all of a sudden against the Raiders they could stop the run. It's just like, come on.
And it was like it was like, and Jacobs missed a lot of holes in that game. So hopefully he gets more trusting of the line of this game. And like I said, they need to put him on ice, because they need to run the ball this game because they can't get into the pass mode against this team. That's what they want. They want you to get into 30 long, and especially, with the stunts they're going to do and, how they hold all the time. They're holding, they won't let you get on your stunts. So hopefully they call the league office. Yeah. Hopefully they call the refs. The Raiders call the refs in the league office before this game because that last game that was some frustrating tape for me to watch. Them hold on inside zone, hold the guy so he can't get up to the next level on inside zone, or hold or John Simpson when he's trying to get a step. Here comes a guy right around him and he's a free rusher. Oh my God, that was frustrating to watch. But they called it twice on them against the Texans. So yeah. David Culley's over there. He's on the league off. He called the league office. Watch out.
Yeah, for sure. Anything else that you want to cover? Oh, I wanted to ask you a question. How are they using Foster Moreau? He's clearly not being used like Darren Waller was, correct? Mm-hmm. At least he's not being targeted like that. Like, what's going on with him? Do you like what you're seeing from him, or is he coming along slow? What do you think?
I think he is just, kind of just playing tight end. I don't know, like he's like a normal tight end. It's why you don't take tight ends in fantasy, right? Tight ends in fantasy never do anything for you because, he's blocking better. He's getting some better blocks. He's still, he's pretty average blocker, but he's not like somebody that you'd want to be a straight up passing tight end. But he's no different than like Robert Tonyan. He's just tight end at that point. I guess I would say for like a different team that he could be a starter. He's not awful. He's just a tight end. It's just there's that's why like elite tight ends are special players because tight ends are just kind of just replaceable kind of guys, and that's kind of what Moreau is. So is Moreau bad? No, but he can make some plays for you. But I think they tried to give him a ball early, and he was like dropping footballs, and
I haven't seen him like in there. They have a tight end in the game, whether it's 11 personnel or 12 personnel or even 21 personnel, and I haven't seen him like run the cross on a Yankee. Or anything like that. Like Darren Waller would do those things. So it's scaled back, right? Like he's not just like stepping in to Darren Waller's role in the offense, right?
Yeah. I think they tried to at first. I really do. I think they tried to have him see what he has got, and they're like, "Oh, you're just a tight end." So now they're just using him like doing tight end stuff with him, like doing a quick out to the flat, right? And he's doing yards, or he's doing stick routes. Sometimes they'll get him vertical because he still is good vertically, I believe. I think he's still a good back shoulder throw. They had one against the Broncos. They did that. They got really well against the Broncos. They did that, so that was good. So they're doing things like that with Foster Moreau. He's just playing tight end. He's not being put in the slot as much. He's not being split out. He's probably playing super in line. I'll look that up while you're doing your highlight, but not highlight. You film reviews here, guys. Not highlight. Sorry, that's the tape show. It's a film channel.
I got some highlights. I
got
some lowlights too, though. So
because I want to ask you about a play. Hopefully you show it, but I want to ask you about a play about KJ Wright when you come in the back end for your defense.
Okay, pass coverage play.
Yeah, KJ Wright. I want to ask you about a play, but But
All right.
last thing, I know I'm going long on offense. But last thing, Leatherwood and Parker got their butts kicked all game. So
By Buckner, right?
yeah, by DeForest Buckner, but no,
Yeah.
literally by everybody.
By anyone, yeah.
Yeah.
It was his card making guys miss then in the pocket. I mean, he was under duress.
I mean, Brandon Parker tried his hardest for the Raiders not to get a field goal that drive. He tried. He tried his hardest to make sure that happened. He did. He went all out. He went all out to make sure that they weren't going to get 3 points. But Carr was like, I am getting 3 points here. So that was basically what happened. I the fourth quarter turned on, and I don't know who that guy became, but that was a different guy. That different guy walked out the field. I will say that
for sure. All right. So we'll transition here to defense. Okay. We'll come back in 15 seconds. All right, guys. Okay, so we're going to jump into defense. I think that at first when I watched this is why watching film is super important, right? When I watched the broadcast, I was like, that's a dominant effort. Like offense, defense, they work together. Like this was a team that was on a roll this year. Like the last 6 weeks, Colts have been like one of the hardest teams, toughest outs in football. And they beat and we talked about it in the preview, they beat the Buccaneers, they beat the Cardinals, who were red hot at the time, so when I was watching it on the broadcast, we're all excited afterwards. You guys held it down, you and Matt held it down. I was suffering from COVID, so I wasn't super excited in terms of animated, but I was excited, right? But then when I watched the All 22, I was like, okay, wait, Raiders, this was not as good of a performance as I thought it was. Okay. That's why I said you should go first. You were like, oh, you haven't talked about the defense yet. Okay. So let's just jump into it here. Okay. All right. So let's step into it. Stopping Jonathan Taylor. That's the most important thing. Right. Mm-hmm. And you see here, they got a little duo play. There's the run lane that they want to take. And what's funny about this play is Denzel Perryman is trying to play some peekaboo, okay? He knows that this is where Taylor's going, okay? But he wants to take a little jab step here before coming back over here so he could hit Taylor without Taylor knowing that they're doing this all game, okay? But this guy gets blocked right back into his path. And now he's going to have to go the long way around. Okay, so he's gambling here, and it comes back to bite him in the butt. Got a missed tackle, Trayvon Merrick, okay, which became a theme as the game went on. So, I mean, that was one of Taylor's biggest runs. Here's another big run from him. We're going to see our boy, Darius Leonard, get great penetration into the backfield here. Bubble this.
Trapped him.
Okay, wow. But they whammed him. You see his head. He's looking down, right? He's like, dang, they whammed me, okay? Teamer, can't disengage off this. Okay, Hayward gets his feet stuck in the ground, misses that tackle. Trayvon Merrick, another missed tackle right here. I mean, he's a special back. So he's going to do these things to you, right? Mm-hmm. And then if you get him knocking on the goal line, okay, he's 1 yard to go. They block everyone down. They make, the corner tackle Jonathan Taylor one-on-one. It's not going to happen. I just thought it was funny because the Raiders scored earlier, almost the same exact play, just different formation. You're going to see them block everyone down, and then Jonathan Taylor just has to make the cornerback miss for a touchdown. Like you said it in the preview that they run a lot of the same stuff, both these teams. I thought that was funny. Okay, now they did, other than those few plays from Jonathan Taylor, they did do a fantastic job stopping the run. Here's Darius Leonard. Okay, what I love about this play is that he gets reached. He's in a bad spot here. Mm-hmm. Okay, but he's able to kind of squeeze that down. You see KJ Wright getting in on the tackle, Max Crosby getting in on the tackle. This is just a filthy play. This is not safe for work. So if you're watching this with kids, turn away, kids. Look at him. Just throw the center to the ground. Look at him. Push, pull. What do you guys call this? Snatch, trap. I don't know. It's just ugly. He's throwing this guy on the ground. Look at him. He's all He's planking. Okay, and then check him out. Finishes with the body slam. Jonathan Taylor, incredible play right there. Okay, here's another one. He gets up a little, probably too high in his pad level, right? But makes that play. So Darius Leonard, he was balling. Okay, he was playing really well. Now, some other guys also played well, like our boy Denzel Perryman. Here, I put this on Twitter. This one went nuts. Okay, you see him here, just shock, shed. Okay, Quentin Nelson right there. Okay, we got to show this again. Denzel Perryman, Quentin Nelson.
Ugh.
Boom!
Oh,
Get
man.
off me, and then stops the best bag.
That's Nelson too, bro. That was incredible.
That's Quentin Nelson. Okay, best guard in football. So Denzel Perryman, you got to say some good things about him. Okay, here's Teamer. Okay, remember he missed that one. This time he does a great job, kind of getting his hips in the hole so he can disengage, get in on that tackle. Okay, it wasn't just Phylon, it wasn't just Perryman. Here's another one, Nate Hobbs. This is a big league play from Nate Hobbs, coming off the edge, come flat down the line of scrimmage. Okay, tackle with the best running back in football, solo tackle, Nate Hobbs. Okay, so they stopped the run. It was great run defense. There was like 2-3 plays that weren't great, but that's going to happen against a back like Jonathan Taylor. But there's some problems areas. Teamer is for special teams. Okay,
okay.
That's what the problem is.
Okay, good. This is awesome.
Ricardo, what's this guy's name? I already forgot. Roderick Teamer. Okay, down here playing strong safety in Jonathan Abrams' absence. You see him down here. Okay. They're playing standard cover 3 buzz out of their dime looks. And just watch these zone defenders. Okay. Hobbs. I think this is Perryman or KJ Wright. They're outside of this no cover zone. Okay. And you see Teamer down here. He's in no man's land. He needs to be back here. Okay, where everyone else is. They're drawing a line in the sand. Throw the checkdowns. Who cares? Okay, this would be a 1-yard gain. Who cares? Don't cover that guy, please. Okay, and because we want him back here, we want Teamer back here. Yeah. Because guess who's running the curl? Okay, and we want to stay in the curl window. Teamer, he's in no man's land. He's in the no cover zone. Okay, opening up that curl window. All right, not a big deal, right? Here's another one. Curl flat player. He's going to be caught in a jam here. Does he come down in the flat to cover the 1-yard route, or does he cushion the 20-yard route? Let's see. Let's see what he does here. Roger Teamer, he gets caught on a sail concept. This is a concept that the Bills are going to. The Chargers are going to run, and he just needs to get his butt flipped to the sideline here, and he could just cushion this just a little bit. You see where Denzel Perryman. You see where the linebackers are, okay? And he's so far up here. Doesn't need to cover the 1-yard route, okay? We got to cover this. We got to sink underneath that. And you know what? This is not just on team right here. Face on also needs to come off this, but this was a back shoulder throw. Really, this shouldn't have been this big of a window. It should have been a much tighter window. So face on messed up, but also Teamer, we're going to see a common theme here. Okay, here's another one. Teamer, curl flat player. That's all he did. He only has one job, okay, and he's not doing it too hot. Okay, curl flat player. He is jumping out way too wide on this. Let's see if I can get this paused in the right spot. He doesn't need to be as far out as he is right there. This back is going to come out. Okay, and so here's the back. The back, he needs to be on a string, tied to the back on a string. So if the back is inside the numbers, he doesn't need to be getting outside the numbers right here. Okay, and here's really what the problem is. If he's tied, relating to the back on a string, he's going to be right here. Carson Wentz cannot throw this if the Teamer is right there. He's gonna have to throw this check down. Okay, and now everyone can come rally. Okay, and that's what the kind of defense that they want to play. Teamer getting too far out wide. allowing the inside stuff to be completed. Herbert will take this all day long.
Oh my God, that's all I thought about when I was watching him.
Okay, it gets worse. It gets worse and worse. Here's another one. He's in a seam alert. We got 2x2. So in the backside, when you got 2x2, in cover 3, you're basically going to play this man. We're going to get a little under route here. Just come off it and make a tackle. That's what you do, right, teamer? That's what you do. Okay, so that's not quite. What is he good at if he doesn't even tackle? So what is he good at? Okay, here's another one, teamer. This one's funny because now he's trying to stay in this curl window, but instead of, again, we have to stay on a string, maintain this relationship with this back tied on a string, and he lets the back get out too wide, easy pitch and catch. He's trying to stay in that curl window. They're just toying with him at this point. Okay, here's another one, same thing. Okay, little under route. At least he tackles it this time, But I mean, they just went after him all game long. Like he gave up. He gave up everything in coverage. Okay, the other problem area, getting the QB on the ground. All right, I know that Carson Wentz is a great athlete. Okay, but some of these, this is dead to rights. Okay, this is as good an opportunity Merrick is ever going to have to make an interception. And kudos, Kelly's over here. He's pointing at Dallin Levitt. The free safety never blitzes in Gus Bradley's playbooks. I went through years of playbooks. I cannot find a free safety blitz. This is a beautiful, schemed up blitz call. Okay. Merrick trusts it. He knows he hits it as soon as it happens. Okay. They're all thinking these guys over here are blitzing. Okay. But nope, it's the free safety. It never happens. It's nowhere on film study. Merrick, you have to bring this guy down. Okay. I mean, credit to Wentz. He's a great athlete, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here's another one. Okay. We're going to get another blitz. This time, Hobbs comes off the edge. We got a little long arm action happening here from Kuntz. They're going to meet at the middle. Carson Wentz, look at this. He's done for. I think I turned away from my TV for a second because I thought he was down. I'm like, wait, how did the ball get out there? You got to. Those are the opportunities that you get. You got to sack that guy. And this is just a straight up pass rush. I think that it's a little exaggerated. If you watch Max Crosby, how much ground he covers on this play going in and then back out. I think he could tighten this up a little bit. He's taking way too many steps there. I think he could have got a sack right there if he tightened up some of those transitions. Okay. And the other thing that is hard for some fans to swallow is that the Colts straight up just did not execute. They did not look like the team that they have been. Okay. They're in a 3rd and 15 play, and they got a great post out. They call this the blaze out. Okay. Great play call. Beautiful, crispy route. Watch him put on the brakes. He's so open. Carson Wentz just airmails it to him. The guy got a hand on him and he still dropped it. Okay.
This is the main Roger Teamer winner. This is the big one.
Yeah, this is the big one. This is the big Roger Teamer one. Okay, we get emotion. And it basically makes Teamer real confused on who he needs to be defending.
This is what I watched. It's like, you got to get him off the field. I don't know what you got to do.
He's a serious liability.
Oh my God.
And then this is another one, and they didn't miss one play. They missed 2 plays in a single play here. In my opinion, Marcus, okay, if you're a quarterback with anticipation, you throw that ball right now.
Yeah.
Okay, you got that clean pocket. You can step into it. You got your base set. Toss that down there. That's a big play. 3rd and long play. Or I'm sorry, 1st down play, but that's a big play.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, Carson Wentz didn't see that, even though that was wide open with this coverage. He gets into all this trash. Diablo thinks, oh, he's scrambling. Let me come off my guy. And then Carson Wentz also misses that guy too. So, I know that the Raiders defense, quote unquote, played well, but there was a lot of opportunities here for the Colts really to take advantage. Okay, we're going to see it from the end zone angle here. Hobbs beats Taylor, and then he starts going for the strip instead of the sack. Goes back to getting the quarterback on the ground, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that there's a lot of missed opportunities.
Yeah.
And I think that if this is not indicative of how this defense is going to play against Justin Herbert and the Chargers are going to hang 3 touchdowns on Roderick Teamer if he's in there. Straight up.
Oh, big time, man. Because, I watch defense just so I know what I'm talking about when they ask me defensive questions on the radio. And that's the first thing I noticed is, oh my God, he is terrible. And like just him taking the wrong guy on that motion. Like, why would you take the inside guy? Like, what are you playing? Man match? What are you doing? Are you playing banjo? Like, what is it? You're in Gus Bradley's system. What are you?
Right. They don't banjo. Yeah.
They don't banjo. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. Yeah.
And
that was
been in the system
weird
forever too, though. Like, he's that was weird. I do want to comment on the Carson Wentz play. What's wrong with Carson is that Carson doesn't see blitz as well. So when that play, what happened, he also has Michael Pittman tunnel vision. Which is a problem he has.
Yeah.
Because he was staring at Michael Pittman for like, maybe if I could throw it this high to Michael, he might catch it.
Yeah.
He was trying to figure out how he could get it to Michael. That's what he does on third down. Like, he's just, where's Pittman? Where's Michael Pittman? He's like one of those, do that old school quarterback thing where you just try to find your guy. It doesn't matter what the scheme or everything tells you.
Right.
I'm going to Pittman, but but Herbert's not going to do that. Herbert's going to read the scheme, and he's going to read pre-snap. Oh, you're blitzing from this side. That means you're playing cover 3. That means there's going to be an open gap here with nobody in the flat. So, boom.
I mean, yeah.
That's basically what's going to happen.
I watched that play, and I was like, Carson Wentz is like, he's kicking himself right now. They had quite a few opportunities really to blow that game open, I would say, with the passing game, because they were selling out. They played cover 3 basically the entire game.
Yeah.
One cover 5, like 2-man rep that they had. Nate House got called for pass interference.
Yeah.
And that wasn't a good rep from him because he got beat off the line anyways. Which is why when he turned around, he grabbed on because he had to wheel off the line. So it wasn't a good rep by Hobbs there. So all I'm saying is they were selling out to stop the run. It was clear like that was their mission, that was their game plan.
Mm-hmm.
They were, and like you said, if Carson Wentz beats you, you can live with that a little easier. And they showed Carson Wentz can't beat him. Granted, he's coming off of like how long did he miss practice for and everything with COVID.
Yeah. That's what he looked like. He looked like a quarterback that didn't practice all week.
There you go. So
that's super.
That was their plan. They were like, look, he hasn't practiced all week and he's just okay. He's mid. So let's stop the running attack and let's see what Carson Wentz can do. And he couldn't do it.
Because that's the thing. Like, people, don't. Some guy argued with me about that on Twitter. He's like, it's week 17. He has timing and perfection. I'm like, bro, this is not a defensive end. Okay, a defensive end can just be out all week, show up on Sunday, and then start balling. Just like when Khalil Mack got traded to the Bears, he got traded the week he didn't practice. He just showed up and got like a fumble and a sack fumble because you're playing defensive end. Go get the passer. Go. You know what I mean? Quarterback, man. There's a lot of things that go into it. Like, you got the game plan. You got to know how the reads. Maybe, watching a blitz virtually and not seeing a scout team, right? I mean, that's what normal blitzer raiders do, right? Not seeing a scout team blitz and doing it virtual.
He can't see blitzes. He must not be able to see blitzes. The Merrick one, that's a new one. The Hobbs one off the edge, that's the only blitz they ran all year. Okay, that's not new. They always do that. That's the only blitz.
But that's what I'm saying with practice. I think the hot reads a little better. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You're able to work it. It's you just can't do mental reps. You got to do physical reps. I mean, that's important. I mean, practice is probably one of the most important things for a quarterback, because he's got to get his timing down with certain routes and certain looks and certain things the defense are going to do. And that's what you see with Carson Wentz. 100%. And that throw to Hilton was just awful, man. Like that had nothing to do with practice. That was just I'm like, bro, put some touch on that ball. Like he really tried to like were you even trying to like hit it? Like it's a deep route, and he like threw a bullet to him. I was like, what do you expect? Because even if T.Y. Hilton did like turn around and like catch it, he would like have to fall, and then it wouldn't have been a big play. Like all he do is put a little touch on it. That play was crazy. When I saw it, I was like, bro, come on, dog. I couldn't imagine being a Colts film guy and watching that play, bro. Watching him just try to throw it through to a wide open player that's running a go route, and you just like, I was like, what are you doing? Yeah, but I mean that's Carson Wentz, bro. Carson Wentz is inaccurate. He's
Guess so.
mechanics. I mean that's just him.
So.
That's why you got to take your chances with him beating you. But he can, he got out of the pocket, and that's what he can make some plays, but they just weren't hitting him this game. But I do want to ask you about a KJ Wright play. They ran they ran the same route that the Broncos ran, where they did like
and he dropped under it beautifully, right? Yeah.
Yeah. He wasn't supposed to do that, was he?
So that it's funny because their rules change. Their cover 3 rules are different when they're in base than they are when they're in nickel. Okay. So they technically don't run the same type of cover 3, and because usually when they're in base, they are they're just the ball's being run. It's not like it's a tons of coverage reps, But I have noticed that they have been tweaking some things. Like it used to be, they would exclusively just play man on the backside, but then they started doing some different things on the backside eventually throughout the year, like just straight zone dropping. And then they also weren't playing 3 match to KJ Wright side when they were in base. And I think that they were getting beat with some concepts. There was actually one last week that was a perfect example. No, it was a touchdown. I forgot to add the touchdown. The stupidest play of the day. Dang, can I go back and add that to my thing and come back? I wanted to talk about the touchdown that Carson Wentz threw to T.Y. Hilton.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if that was against base. Was that in base personnel?
It was first down. It was first down.
It was, so it might have been. It was a seam straight down. It was straight down the seam, and it was wide open.
It was
for a second, and Carson Wentz was so late, and then T.Y. Hilton's got like 3 steps on everyone, right?
Awful throw too,
and he underthrows him by a mile. It was like that should have been in the back of the end zone. Terrible throw. The worst throw of the day goes off of Merrick and Hayward's hands right into TV. I was like, how is the worst throw going to be a touchdown? Makes no sense. That I was so upset when I saw that. I was like, how are you going? That's too cheap. That's too cheap.
I don't know, man. I play DB and we say ball. Somebody needs to say ball. Somebody or something. Somebody.
It's
yeah.
I would say here. This is impressive. It's impressive because that crowd was into that game.
Yeah, that's true.
That crowd was very much into that game. They were making tons of noise, and you could see that it was definitely having an effect on the offensive production, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't know how much of an effect it would have had on defense because they're out there and Indianapolis Colts fans are pretty smart, but it certainly had an effect on the game. Mm-hmm. The crowd noise. So I don't know if that was something, if maybe Hayward just couldn't hear it. It was loud in there.
Yeah. Colts fans aren't allowed to be dumb because Peyton Manning was their quarterback. He didn't let them that happen to them.
Yeah, he didn't let them be loud. Yeah. He was like, no, quiet down. I'm out on the field. You
take your season tickets.
It should be completely silent when I touch the field in here, All right. So a couple things happened. Hobbs got popped. Looks like we're not going to find
Hobbs
out.
Had to go to Dre's. He had to go to the I know what's in the Cromwell. Hobbs, I know what you're doing in the Cromwell. If you're leaving the Cromwell, I know what's there. Why else would you go out at night and go to the Cromwell unless you're going to Dre's, which and I know what goes to Dre's. So and it was New Year's weekend still, right?
Yeah,
it was. Yeah, New Year's weekend.
I mean, and here's the thing: people are like, "Oh, they found him behind the wheel of a car." There's a Ring camera on every block. He's in a public, like a place of business. They're gonna have, surveillance footage of him coming and going. It's just some paperwork for them to figure it out. He's not gonna lie and say, "Oh, I just came out and fell asleep in my car." Like he's not gonna lie. He probably manned up and said something, which is why they, gave him the Dewey for it. I think it's weird though that, he's living at an extended stay and none of his teammates, none of the security guards that hopefully he's cool with there. No one tapped on the window and was like, yo, bro, collect yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I'm surprised. And I also think that when we're seeing Josh Jacobs and then Henry Ruggs, it sounds like LVPD's coming after these Raiders players. They're not taking it easy on them. They're especially after Henry Ruggs, they're going to go hard on these guys now. So I think that it's unfortunate that Hobbs could make a mistake like that at this point in the year. But
yeah, because you're right, man. Because if he played for Bama and that happened in Tuscaloosa, he's definitely getting escorted home. Nate, come on, Nate.
Illinois. He's from University of Illinois. If you've ever been to this campus, okay, there is nothing, okay, for hundreds and hundreds of miles from this campus, okay. If you're on the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign, okay, Juice Williams back in the day, Juice Williams, if you remember Juice Williams, okay, you're a star over there. All right, so yeah, I mean Nate Hobbs, I'm sure got some special treatment, but he ain't getting that in the NFL anymore.
Not in Las Vegas, not.
No,
not after that. I mean, yeah, they're probably that's like in Arizona here. I mean, players in Scottsdale, man, dude, they go hard because players come out here. Even Suns players, when they come out here, or even NFL players when they come out, and they do what Nate Hobbs did. They go to Scottsdale. I've seen it plenty of times. I saw I saw an NFL player at a bar one time. That my boy Jim Vivian likes to give me crap because I was hungover on an Instant Reaction episode. I saw him at at Sandbar. I saw a superstar elite player. I play for the I live in Arizona, so superstar elite player. Just think about that. I'll just say that you think of all those players that you could think of that are elite. I saw him. And we'd have a conversation. I even geeked out a little bit. And he played the next day.
Right.
1 o'clock in the night. So
yeah, 100%.
I mean, these guys do this stuff, man. It's crazy. Don't get it twisted. I mean,
the only person that was his day. It was Nate Hobbs' day off. It was Nate Hobbs' day off. So,
bro,
he's probably doing this
because my thing is bro, you landed, and you had to go to Dre's, it was bothering you that much that you had to hit the Cromwell. That was my thing. You just landed, you just got there. This is the same day. They just played a game that day. I mean, that's a 3 or 4 hour flight. So wait, so the game ends, right? It's probably I mean, the game ends it's around my time, so 2 o'clock, right, in Las Vegas time. They got to get to the airport, right? They got to change, take a shower. You get to the airport, right? Then they take a flight. They probably get back to Vegas around 7. This dude had to hit the Cromwell. That's my thing. As you couldn't go to sleep. Your body didn't hurt. You just played an NFL game. You just tackled Jonathan Taylor all game, and you got to go hit the Cromwell. You got to go get some. I want to heal my soreness from my shoulder. Some ladies at the Dre's. New Year's still popping. I think 2 Chainz is there or something. I don't know.
Right.
That's what bothers me about it. You just landed. What do you mean you got a DUI on Sunday night? You
3 a.m. You just played an NFL game a few hours ago.
You had to go. What? I want to know who was at Dre's, and I kind of want to look.
Did he get banged up? Did he get banged up in that game?
No, he finished the game.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, if you're on medication and you go out and you drink, and then all of a sudden you're way, folded, and you're like, wait, I only had 2 drinks. I'm folded because you were on some kind of medication. Yeah. That could be it too. You never know what happened with this guy. But it does look like we're not going to find out, a resolution to any of this for a while. And it's likely that Hobbs is going to be available for foreseeable future. So we just talked about that for no reason for the last 15 minutes. No,
you want to hit some of these questions today?
Yeah, let's do it. Might as well hit some questions up. Actually, I got one. A couple people are asking about why don't they put in Gillespie, guy who can take Teamer's spot. I mean, look, if Teamer looked that bad, Gillespie can't be that much worse.
He can't be, right?
It can't be. He can't be worse than that. Like, that was literally like the one throw that wasn't completed was just a bad throw by Carson Wentz.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, I think it was like 8 of 9. You know, like Justin Herbert's going to throw for 200 yards and two touchdowns over Teamer's head. So they got to put Gillespie in. If they don't put Gillespie, I do have an interesting idea.
Okay.
What about Nate Hobbs as at strong safety if they like Nixon?
That's a good idea. I think that would be smart. Because at least he could tackle,
right?
And he knows he's really good in the system. Like he's a smart guy. He understands it. So
it is a big playing strong safety in nickel. Playing strong safety in base is like there's nothing to it. It's the same exact thing as the nickel does. It's the same exact thing. Mm-hmm. Playing strong safety in nickel, though, on the opposite side, there's a lot more backside checks and things like that. So I don't know if he knows that. But that's just something that my gut reaction. They did that. Gus Bradley did that with Desmond King and, Alohi Gilman or something like that at the beginning of the year when Chris Harris got hurt. He basically had 2 nickels on either side. Mm-hmm. One was a strong safety, one was a nickel, but they were basically 2 nickels. So he's done it before. All right. Why don't you go ahead?
I see Marcus Wise and Brian Edwards getting used enough. Brian Edwards is kind of just like he's not getting open. First of all, I mean that's the big one. He's not getting separation. That's really why he's not getting the ball. But it's a little bit of effort with him sometimes. I think he's getting a little frustrated that he's not getting the ball. But one, you got to get open to get the ball, especially if he wants to. You got to get open, man. Other way, you got to be press coverage. You got to be. I mean, especially when you're playing outside. Now, my idea for Brian Edwards that this is good. This is good. That's we can talk about this. Is I think they should move him inside, and so he can avoid press coverage. And I think he could be a little bit more dynamic that way and do some more condensed sets with him. Get him some easier separation because sometimes when they get him inside and he runs a Yankee concept, he gets open because he's avoiding press because it's condensed and he's getting free releases. So, I mean, if they really wanted to get him the ball, they could by scheming him inside. But you got Zay Jones, and I mean that's what they're doing with Zay Jones now. They're doing that with Zay Jones, which they're moving him inside and having him run choice routes and having him run more routes like that. So they decided to do that with Zay instead of Edwards. But that's the best way for that to happen. But then Zay Jones is winning outside now too. Like I said, I don't know what happened to him, but like the post route that he ran on late in that game, man, he worked that. He worked Rocky Sin, whoever that was. He got worked. You know what I mean? And so right. And Edwards is not doing that. That's why he didn't get the ball. But when Edwards gets his number called, I mean, he's not doing anything with it too. Just like there's a play that I'll cover in the Carfax, or I'm actually doing something different with Carfax this week. I'm actually going to do 2 of them. So when there's a play on the last drive that kind of goes over his head, right? And I don't know if you guys remember that. He kind of throws over his head and he just kind of jogs, doesn't try. But I mean, when you watch it on tape, man, it wasn't that far over his head. It was high, right? Because it's tight coverage. But Rock Ya-Sin got his hand on it with one, right? And he's playing behind him, and he's playing. He doesn't jump either. Rock Ya-Sin does not jump. He just puts his hand up. He gets his hand on. So it just tells me if like Brian Edwards did jump with 2 hands and catch that ball, he catches it and it's first down. And then we're talking about there's Brian Edwards.
So let me tell you about Rock Ya-Sin, okay? He transferred from FCS to Temple. Started, so he moved up. He didn't move down. Most times it's FCS. I'm in the FCS. I played college football in the FCS, and our guys came from places like Temple or UConn, or they got kicked off with South Florida, and now they're playing with us or whatever it is, right? Mm-hmm. No. He moved up. He went from FCS to FBS. Started, was a captain, got a single digit. They only give the rawest dudes at Temple a single digit. Yeah, Rock Ya-Sin wants it, okay? And when I'm watching Brian Edwards out there, it doesn't look like he wants it.
Yeah, you gotta catch that ball, bro. I'm sorry. Like, you ain't gotta catch it, but like, damn. And maybe he's thinking, see, I give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he's thinking if I jump and I can't catch it and I tip it, what happens? Right?
No, come
maybe
on.
That's what he's thinking.
No, that's no, man.
I'm
no one's ever been coached that. That's never been a coaching point. It's like, oh, don't touch it in midair. What if it bounces off your hands? Like, no, that's not a coaching point, man.
All right, go ahead and take these questions. The questions coming in like crazy. Go ahead, take one.
All right, do you trust this D? I already said it against Herbert and the Chargers. I would say the pass coverage, we already know what it is. Herbert knows what it is, and he's just gonna be waiting in the pocket to take those shots, and it's gonna come down to the pass rush. If Max Crosby, Yannick Ngakoue, Solomon Thomas, Quentin Jefferson, Darius Leonard, if these guys can just get after him in ways Malcolm Kuntz gets in there and puts pressure on him all game, that's the only chance the defense has against Herbert. Otherwise, it's going to be on Carr to score 30 or 35. In my opinion. They don't run the ball. So all this good run defense last 3 weeks, throw it out. They don't run the ball. So
yeah, see, I don't want you to think that,
because they will run the ball.
They will run the ball. It's not that they don't run the ball, because they run the ball well, actually. They do run the ball well. They have a really good line. That's what that's how they couldn't pass against the Chiefs. They couldn't pass the whole game, but they were like, okay, hey, we can run against these guys, so they ran all over them. And then that's why they had trouble on all those fourth downs with them. I mean, that's the big thing with this team is going to go for it on fourth down. And Justin Herbert feels empowered to check down on third and long. Like, he's empowered to do it. And you have to, in my opinion, you have to take that in mind. Like, you cannot let these guys get these fourth and twos, right? You want to stay away from that. This is a team, if it's third and long, I feel like you gotta make sure somebody's out there. Then you gotta tackle Austin Eckler. Like, it's a key when he checks it down, because he feels empowered to do it. Because as a quarterback, I mean, if you know that your coach is going to go for it on fourth down and get fourth and short, that means you have a four down mentality. That means that last down for him really isn't third in his mind. So he's able to still play quarterback and not have to force himself to be aggressive. And that's why, Herbert, he's able to, be efficient and, and then they can complete third downs, and they're really good on third down anyways, because they play like the 2019 Raiders is really what they do. They ball control, 3rd and 2. We want 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4s. And if they do that type of stuff, that's how they beat you. But like if it is 3rd and 10 or 3rd and 13, like, Herbert is not scared to check the ball down, because if he knows if I check it down to Austin Eckler, he might make a couple guys miss, and then it's 4th and 2, right? Yeah. So what's Staley gonna do? We're still on the field, right? And we're gonna, and you guys. So that's a big thing with stopping this team is this is a 4-down team, especially this game. I don't even know if they're going to punt. Are they going to punt? I don't know. I don't know if Brandon Staley's going to punt in this game, bro. Like, it's going to be, especially like in the fourth quarter or something. If it's close, I don't know how much. It's going to have to be like 4th and 8 for him to punt. You know what I mean? Like, it's 4th and 5 and short. I mean, he's going to trust. He like ultimately believes that, Justin Herbert is the best quarterback in football. And he's such a positive guy that he empowers Justin Herbert. He probably tells Justin Herbert he's the greatest quarterback to ever live, like, every single time, because that's the type of leadership he is. That, like, the positive but strict leadership. That's what Staley gives. So he believes in Herbert, bro. He thinks so. He's gonna put the ball in Herbert's hands, and that's why I think this. I want this game to be close going into the fourth quarter, because I think we're going to see some fireworks. they're good. These guys are gonna go back and forth.
Yeah, I have a feeling you're right. You're right.
All right, let's do like 2 more. Man, we got so many questions. What do you get? Didn't Eckler did he get hurt? I don't know.
Someone's saying Eckler got hurt this week. I don't know about that. I haven't checked the injury report for this upcoming matchup, so we'll see about that. Someone said, how has Diablo been doing? Do you guys wish we protected Javin White? So Diablo's playing all right. He's okay back there. His biggest thing is, I can tell he just doesn't want a mistake. He plays it very safe. Some of these calculated risks that you see Denzel Perryman doing that pay off big, we're not even seeing Diablo like attempting any of that yet. because he's, a relatively new player. And I think that him and Jevin White, it's like, this is the same guy. Why keep them both? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Jevin White, he had some fun tape in a preseason game. But Diablo's been the guy actually playing. So yeah, there's no point in keeping Jevin White around. Let him play somewhere else. Let him get a start somewhere else. And then this one is for you, Marcus. Should we pick up Josh's fifth-year option, Josh Jacobs? I assume he's talking about.
No. Yeah, just no. Well, how much is it?
I mean, for a running back, I think it's got to be over 10, 12 million probably.
No, well, yeah, he has to get the Pro Bowl bonus, huh? Because he made a Pro Bowl.
Oh, because for the Pro Bowl bonus too. Yeah,
I say no. I wouldn't mind re-signing Josh at the right price, like maybe like a 1-year deal, like after year 5.
Right.
Because this is year 4, right? Right.
Year 4.
Right. No. This is year 3. 2019, 2020, year 3. This is 3rd year.
Oh yeah.
So that's why they have the option, right? So I say let him play out the contract, though. I mean, we don't know how good he's going to be in 2 years. These dudes beat up. They're running backs. I mean, it's terrible to say, but 2 years from now is a long time in running back years. That's a long time. Two full seasons, right? And he's already had injuries. I say no. I mean, he could stay though. I mean, if he wants. I mean, I'm not going to say cut him or trade him. I think he's a good running back. I mean, he's a good running back. He definitely. If the Raiders did trade him, he'd get picked up really quick because he's a solid NFL running back. He's not somebody that's just gonna fall off or be terrible. He's just not a 1st-round draft pick that the Raiders thought. But he's still a good back though. I'm not gonna say he's a bad back, but I mean you don't want to give a good back a big contract.
Yeah, Josh Jacobs is a good back.
Mm-hmm.
He's got things that you can't teach, but he does not have home run speed, and he's always banged up. And if you're not available and you can't hit home runs, you don't need to get paid all much of money, okay? There's plenty of backs like Josh Jacobs, unfortunately, and there's even backs who might not be as good athletically as Josh Jacobs, but they're more efficient because, they read blocking schemes. All right. I think that's going to be it for us, Raider Nation.
I did want to. I actually want to be. I wanted to just do one more. I just want to do this one. We can talk about the Raiders.
Oh, that's a good one. Is that the one you wanted?
If the Raiders get into the playoffs, which teams are the best and worst matchup for the Raiders in the wild card? The worst matchup for me is Buffalo. That's. I don't know how that would happen. I don't know what the seeding would be for that. I wouldn't say Cincinnati. I'm not saying Cincinnati because. I don't know. I'm thinking
about what opposing offenses would do to the Raiders defense.
But the Raiders defense already played well against them. I mean, they played pretty well against them in that game. I mean, they weren't terrible. I mean, Jamar Chase didn't do what he did.
But now what we're seeing, the way that they're playing at this point in the year, I'm not talking about earlier. Who cares about that? No. The way that they're playing at this point in the year, I'm scared of the Bengals for sure. They're gonna light some teams up.
Seems in Cincinnati, it hasn't got windy yet, and that's what it really hasn't got. That we haven't seen that Cincinnati weather, and that's when I think Burrow. It wouldn't be that crazy going in there and playing the Bengals if it's really cold. And I know Carr's been awful in the cold, right? But I mean, he just does have a better arm though, so it's gonna whip a little better than what Burrow's with. So that's the only thing. That's why I would say I would not want to play Buffalo at all because
that weather's going to be ridiculous. It's going to be trash.
Yeah, and then
Kansas City weather's going to be bad. Patriots,
and even if it's cold and Josh Allen, they can't really do anything. They're just going to hand the ball off to Josh Allen 30 times. He's going to run the ball 30 times. He ran the ball 15 last week. He couldn't throw last week in the cold. He ran the ball 15 times for 81 yards. He's basically Cam Newton at this point. That's what Josh Allen is. So that's why I'm like, he's built for the snow, and that's like his. I'd be terrified a little bit.
Bills defense is also they can beat anyone any week. So you never know what exact little wrinkles you're going to get from them. Kansas City was playing pretty well. Obviously, we don't want to see Kansas City first round, but if we do, we do. But I mean, basically all these teams are in the playoffs for a reason. And there's another reason why the Raiders are barely knocking on the door and on the fringe of that conversation. So yeah, it would be a big ask for whoever it is, for sure. Patriots would be a tough out. But yeah, like you're saying, all these teams' home field advantage is in cold weather.
Oh yeah, going to New England would be tough too, but I think New England's gonna be what they're gonna be wild card themselves. I know. Well, I don't know the scene right now.
I don't know for sure. Yeah, we're There's a chance Pittsburgh even makes the playoffs, depending on some things could happen. So
that'd be terrible. We don't want that. But
Indianapolis hasn't won in Jacksonville since 2014.
Let's go, Trevor Lawrence. That's what I'm saying. Trevor Lawrence and Tyler Huntley. You know what I'm saying? Let's go, Tyler. And then
we're in no matter what. It doesn't matter what the outcome.
It doesn't even matter. Yeah,
right.
Trevor Lawrence is gonna have the best game of his life.
Yes,
we're rooting for touchdowns.
Yes.
And that's what we need. We need to even have that game where like people are like, oh my God, he's about to be elite in a couple of years, because you see it was just,
you see what he did to Indy. Yeah, right.
Yeah, you see what he did to Indy at the end of the year. That's what we need, guys. That's what we need. We need that Trevor Lawrence. He just decides to lock in and have that epic performance, and then see Tyler Huntley just finish it off really well. And I think. Then we gotta work. Then we have no pressure. This game, it was just a game. Let's just say, let's see who's better.
Yeah.
Let's scrimmage.
I like that. I like the way you put that.
Yeah.
All right, that's it for me, Raider Nation. My wife's yelling at me from downstairs. She's saying you went over 20 minutes. No, I'm just kidding. Raider Nation, we appreciate everyone for tuning in here to the Raiders Taped On Live Film channel. Make sure you enter the promo code TDL at Manscaped. Get yourself something nice. Shaver. They have incredibly comfortable underwear and a very nice smelling men's body wash as well. Make sure you hit up Manscaped. It helps support the channel as well as your grooming needs. And also make sure you follow us on Twitter at BDWilliams18 for myself, at the Mark John NFL for Marcus. He's the offense guy. I'm the defense guy. That's it, Raider Nation. We out. Peace.